Hello, everyone. This is Sheniynah Richardson of SheRich Educational Consulting here with Inclusive and Diversified Classroom Management 101. This is blog number 21, What's Wrong with the Student? In blog number 20, I briefed Burg and Mann's 5 laws to stratospheric success in application to the impact of school leadership with regards to qualified teacher retention and recruitment. I emphasize that if the classroom teacher is the most influential factor towards student success, then the school leaders are the most influential regarding teacher success. With the goal of motivating educational leaders to the realm of stratospheric success, I'm diving deeper into each of Burg and Mann's 5 laws. Today, I will focus on the first law, the law of value. In blog number 20, I talked about the importance of knowing your worth, your value, in relation to being a school leader. What uniqueness do you bring to the table? Why is this important in the first place to ask these questions? First of all, if any educator views their position as just a job, you may as well quit today. I say this because if being a principal or an academic coach is a way to make ends meet, you will never be paid enough for what you do. Being an effective leader involves going above and beyond. A mediocre leader shows up to work and says, "I'm here," and watches while things fall apart. A mediocre leader says, do, leaving no exemplar to follow, while a stratospheric leader says, do as I do, and follow me. Now here's the tricky part. Just like teachers burn out, school leaders burn out, and the joy of the job tends to evaporate. You may remember once upon a time you were on fire. You were pumped and ready to make a change in your school. Then things started to happen. You lost funding, staff members rose up in a rebellion against you, your supervisor did not treat your school as a priority, budget cuts led to reduced staffing, parent lawsuits and complaints, bad press, failing school performance, and now it's the coronavirus. What's a school leader to do? One word: breathe. Just breathe. And remember your value. Now you may be questioning, how does my value take care of all these problems that need to be addressed? And you're absolutely right. It will not take care of every problem that your school is facing, but it will help you to be effective in the areas in which you are proficient in and knowledgeable in. So, what about all the other things on the list, Miss Richardson, that I have to do? All the other issues. Delegate. Another one-word answer. Knowing your value and your worth also means understanding your limitations. You may be talented in a lot of areas, but you're not gifted in everything. The areas areas you struggle in afford opportunities to seek help. Again, you may be saying, Miss Richardson, we're on a tight budget with not enough people as it is. My team is already complaining about the workload and the work conditions. I cannot ask or expect people to work for free. But let me interject. Yes, you can ask. And yes, you can expect. In every organization, there is hidden talent somewhere. You just have to have an eye for it. Just as you yourself, the school leader, has a unique value, so does your team. If I hear your thoughts and you're wondering, how do I gain access to this highly classified intel? Well, I'm glad you asked. Again, this is a 2-word answer, and it is build relationships. Simple. You see, Mr. Jones is not just a math teacher. He used to run a t-shirt print shop on the North 15 years ago before he became a teacher. He also has good rapport in the community. Now, pop quiz. How can Mr. Jones' previous work experience be a benefit to your organizational needs? I will allow think time. Okay, so let me give you some guidance there. Schools print logos on products all the time. Even though Mr. Jones is not in the business anymore, he can tell you where and how to get the cheapest supplies and vendors. To take it a step further, maybe all the school's printing needs can be done in-house. The students can do it. And guess who would be the best teacher for it? And who probably wouldn't mind teaching this elective? Mr. Jones. You got it. Because you have acknowledged his value. Okay? Now let's talk about Miss Walker. Miss Walker. Lord, Miss Walker. Now, Miss Walker is a teacher who undermines every single thing you set out to do. She complains about your leadership to other staff, parents, people in the community, and whoever will hear her voice. She incites the other teachers to rebel against you. You would have canceled her contract long ago, but she's untouchable because she's tenured. She dominates the school like the queen bee. Because, long story short, she's been there forever. However, she constantly threatens the culture and the productivity of the school environment. With that being said, Miss Walker has a very persuasive leadership ability. She takes the most pride in taking her state church choir to national finals back in 1987. Her choir received first place, and she herself received recognition for most creative director. Now, again, this is the second question on the pop quiz. How can you utilize Miss Walker's value to the school's benefit? This one is a tough one, I know. Because you're thinking about all those bad things she said and done to you. And it's hard to think about how she may be a benefit when you've been trying to get rid of her the whole time that you've been there. So, I'm going to allow you think time on this one. Okay. Well, in case you hadn't thought of anything, I will help. It is more than likely that Miss Walker is challenging your authority because she feels unappreciated. She wants to prove the point that the school needs her. And since she feels rejected, she will sabotage everything you try to do. No surprise, your school has lost funding and you need resources, money, to update the history curriculum. My suggestion is put Miss Walker in charge of fundraising. What's the fundraising project? A monthly singing showcase in which the community purchased tickets to enjoy the angelic sounds of Miss Walker's heavenly show. Do you think Miss Walker is going to not represent well? Of course she will represent because you have tapped into her value. Miss Walker, George Washington Carver Elementary values you so much that we want you to save the day with your ability to influence, lead, and direct music for our school. You see, value, utilizing value, is a priceless asset, and there is no doubt that everyone on your team has value. Eyes to see is what I will emphasize in this next portion. Where does value lie? How do I see it, find it, apply it? These are all great questions. The first suggestion I have is build the concept of family. I've worked in schools in which people have lost their mothers, spouses, and children, and no one seemed to care. But if the person that was in the in-crowd, the clique, suffered an emotional injury, the leadership asked everyone for $100. But it's not done for every other person. Now, with that being said, this creates bad blood, and it makes others say, hey, well, if Miss So-and-so wasn't supported when her father died, why would I help Mr. Davis? Everyone has value, so everyone should be respected as such. All right, so we're talking about being able to understand and see the value in your team. The next thing is stop complaining and speak the things you want to see. Provide solutions. No one respects a nagging leader, but they will respect a leader that is encouraging and positive. They will get the better results. Be an example. Practice what you preach is my third point. If I don't trust you as a leader, I will constantly doubt your competency and ability to protect my career in the elevation of stratospheric success. Verily, verily, it's about knowing your people and addressing their needs outside of just professional development. You want to warm that pot of intrinsic motivation. Remember, because I explained, if people are intrinsically motivated, you do not have to bribe them or compensate them to do things they already love to do or that it's already in them to do. All right? I am aware that I did not discuss how leaders can find and identify their very own value. So what you're going to have to do is watch next week, and I will continue the discussion regarding how to be an impactful and effective leader. I'm going to groom and refine you in the art of retaining and attracting qualified teachers. Love and peace, y'all. I'll see you soon. Bye.